let's talk about financial literacy now.
Mm-hmm.
So again, when the money is made, like how you guys are planning on again growing up, right? As an individual, like what did your parents teach you about money to begin with? Being in the black community.
uh, my mom liked to shop, but she was always telling me to save
Okay.
or keep money in your savings. You always need to have at least be putting 15% of your check into your savings account.
Okay.
You always need to have at least 3 to 4 months worth of living expenses for all your bills
Hmm.
in your account. Just in the failed clutch of circumstances that something happens, a series of unfortunate events,
Yeah.
and you don't have the means that you had before to take care of yourself.
Okay.
My mom didn't really talk about investments that much. She's not really into what she would call gambling when it
Yeah.
comes to that. But I mean, that's something that I've taken up on my own within the last like couple years, and like looking into stocks or looking into like real estate or
Yeah.
like business startups, stuff like that. I think it's very important to like break this like wealth barrier that we've had for so many years,
Okay.
and actually accrue wealth and leave it for our future generation.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to accomplish.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Taylor?
Kind of the same. They didn't teach me too much about like stocks or anything like that. I'm getting into that now as well, but they always let me know I could do whatever I wanted to
Yeah.
do. I started a savings account. I can't remember what age I was. Still in elementary school, and I
Yeah.
was saving that thing. In elementary school with hundreds of dollars in my
Mhm.
savings account, and they used to like make a joke out of it. So I've always tried to keep that mentality of just always saving or like investing. As an artist, I know like
Yeah.
it takes risks, it takes investments, and sometimes you figure out or wonder where the money's gonna come from.
Yeah.
But like it's important.
Yeah, because like you said, right? It's as far as your group is concerned, it takes a lot for somebody to go make money.
Hmm.
Your personal expenses,
Hmm.
then save some money, budget that money, then bring it towards the group.
Hmm.
Like you have to be really disciplined,
Yeah.
and you're not even seeing the proceed of your investment that much yet. So you have to be really disciplined and dedicated to be able to,
Yeah.
Hmm.
put some money away, not knowing it's gonna bring it in return. So ever.
Definitely. And just strive for ways to making sure you get the most out of your return.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as far as the actual, so when you make the money, you save the money, right? As far as investing, like how you guys end up picking up that idea? Reading books, listening to some
Uh.
Just kind of
financial
seeing how the
individual out
world
there
goes,
at
man.
CNBC. You talk
Yes.
about stock, right?
Yeah.
How did you guys like get involved with the
With me, it was
that
just like
process?
meeting different people in college. You meet
Oh yeah,
business
college. Yeah.
majors, or you stumble across people that are into like they have their own businesses or whatever, and it just gets your mind thinking.
Yeah. I mean, seeing that, reading,
Okay.
watching movies. I've always and then being like I grew up as like kind of like a tech and like tech and like computer nerd for real, for
Okay.
real. It's like outside of music, like I really like technology.
Mhm.
I was almost an engineer for real, for real. Like
Mhm.
once I learned how to build computers, I was just like, all right, it's cool. I want to do music.
Yeah.
Uh, but just like when you're on that side, like you outside, once you learn how to like everything is working and stuff, it's like, all right, well, like how much money are these people making for like advancing the
Yeah.
world's technology scene? What goes into that? Like, what's the profits and like the return? So like when you start looking at stuff like that, and you're like, the game changing technologies that have come out over like the past maybe 3 decades. Because when you think about it, I just turned 30. I was born in '89. I was born without internet.
Yes.
Like we couldn't do this when I was born. So it's like,
Ah.
think of how much money the person who created internet made.
Yeah.
Think about how much money the person who took his concept and marketed it and created a company off of
Yeah.
it made. So it's like you gotta find ways to like invest in that. Keep your money like in the inner circle. Keep it in our community,
Yeah.
and then just protect that for real, for real.
Okay. So one thing that I've noticed too, though, because like the way our, the black community and some like other community or structure, like we tend to the wealth that we accumulate or the money we accumulate tend to go towards family members. So you don't even have the chance to save enough to go invest.
Yeah.
It's do you guys think like it's stuff like that? How do you guys think people should be dealing with stuff like that as far as dealing with other issue holding them back, not to excel in life as far as financial are concerned?
I mean, honestly, I think
Cause it's real.
we all need to
Family
get together
members.
as much as we can.
Yeah.
Um, like just the three of us, or like DuPont as a whole, like everything that we do together, like it takes a lot of money, but like I wouldn't be able to make this much money on my own as a
Yeah.
solo act either.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to pay a lot of people, and because of that, we charge more, or
Yeah.
we like have to charge a certain amount. So like when you like pool your like resources together, um, you know, everyone has to still like put in a little bit, but like the return is greater. So like I'm all about like, you know, let's put our money somewhere. You know, we've talked about getting properties and stuff
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and just hasn't like gotten off the ground yet. But it's gonna happen at some point.
Okay. So as a group, you guys are thinking about investing in real estate or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
other
yeah.
Yeah,
business
we
ventures.
Lots
we've
of different
definitely talked
things.
about it
Yeah.
before.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
As far as the philanthropy side, as a group, what you guys like are thinking about doing in the future, as far as the community.
I mean, first and foremost, we're all like teachers,
Yeah.
so I would love to like set up like scholarship programs and like master
Hmm.
classes, as many like hands-on things with just like letting like kids know about like how the
Okay.
real world is, because you know school doesn't really do that too
Okay.
much.
Definitely. I mean, I have like one major idea. I don't really want to speak on the whole thing,
Yes.
but
Better.
just like a part of it involves like a community art space
Okay.
where like people are just able to come and use facilities to like promote or talk about problems within our community in a way that they can present it in an art form, whether it's like visual performance or audiographic.